How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the 1894. I'm Joe. I've got Luke with me here today to preview the dead rubber game that is RB Leipzig. Unfortunately, it's behind closed doors, so everyone's been refunded a ticket. But nonetheless, we still got to play this game. Leipzig have a bit riding on this one, with the fact that they can secure Europa League qualification, but they have parted ways with their manager in recent times, so that's going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works because who knows how they're going to play. But now look, I mean, we've got the news in the squad that there's no Bernardo Silva, no Cancelo and no Rodri travelling, which is a good thing. It means they're being rested, and I think they need a rest. I think especially Cancelo, you look at him, his last couple of games, his performances have dipped slightly behind his very, very high level. So I think it's important that you give him a rest, I think you need to. So Luke, what do you make of the squad, the travelling squad, and all the young players that are actually travelling?
Yeah, it's good. I agree with Rodri, Cancelo and Bernardo rested. Look, I'm not we'd like to see him play. You said at the start of the video, it's a rubber game. Like, if we win, great. If we lose, doesn't matter. If we draw, it's already got top of the group, doesn't matter. So I think it's definitely a chance to give lots of Palmer, Egan Riley, Wilson Esperon, Mcatee, players like that in the squad. It gives them a chance, maybe Lavia, a chance to impress this team. I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to see how they play because this is the future of our team. I'm not saying everybody will actually make it at the club, but you never know. And this is the chance to sort of see how they play against lots of lots of Stones, Ake, De Bruyne, who's just come back from COVID and that. We've got Grealish coming back as well and Foden. This is definitely the right time to sort of see how they all play, and I'm very excited to see how it goes tomorrow. And also the fact that really, like, no pressure as well for a change. Like, no pressure to worry about the win. It's all about just see how we play, gives us a chance to sort of just. It'd be good for once to have no pressure on us, which is definitely a change from the last few weeks of constant games, trying to beat Chelsea and Liverpool to the top of the league. So I think I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, no, look, I know Hugh likes the phrase winning breeds winning, and while that is true, ultimately, if we lose, it's not the end of the world because we've got a league to focus on really at the moment. But we did have a bit of news as well that Kevin De Bruyne is starting. Pep said he's going to play. We don't know how long for. I assume it won't be the whole game because I think, why risk it? I think you just need minutes at this point, of course, coming back from having COVID. I do think that you will also see Grealish and Foden. I think they need more minutes as well, given the fact that they have had a bit of an injury layoff. But then, if you look at the rest of the team, which we'll put on screen now, Stefan, Egan Riley's in there at right back, Stones, Ake and Zinchenko. I think with the news that Walker being, the only other right back, I think CJ Egan Riley, again, like you said, there's no pressure. There's no pressure on that team to go and do well. They can enjoy a run out. You can play some of the young players. And I think it's relatively stress-free knowing that, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So what do you make of the defence, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, I love Stefan. I think he's a great keeper. Like, I mean, obviously, Ederson playing is always great, but let's be honest, it's probably one of those games where Ederson's probably just going to chill anyway and do nothing. So I think this is probably the game to give Stefan a few minutes, give him a chance and let him, have some game time, because look, he's at the end of the day, he's a good keeper, a good keeper. I like to get some game time. Egan Riley, Zinchenko, yeah, I'm happy to see him. Look, Z wasn't great against PSG, but he's playing in midfield, not left back, and that's obviously a complete difference to what he's played in the past 3 or 4 years. So it's definitely a good to see him play at left back again. Ake, do you know what? I think he's done well since actually playing games this year. A lot of people say he's crap and he's out of form, doesn't play well with others, but he's actually a good fourth choice. He plays really well when he does play. I feel like it's definitely a good chance for him and Stones to sort of form their own partnership in their own right. So let's say we have an injury to Diaz or Laporte, them two can actually come in and do a job. That's what we want to see right now. And Egan Riley, I was really impressed with him against Wickham, I think, when we played them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he plays against Leipzig, a higher opposition. I know I'm playing great recently, but they've still got players like Nkunku and Paulson and Almo and that. So still got players that are really good. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he plays.
Yeah, no, look, I think it's a perfect game for him. Again, it means nothing. There's no fans, so, he's got no one on his back. He can just go and enjoy it. And look, he played well against Wickham, albeit different opposition. So I think, you got to give him some minutes. Like you said, they're the future. You're never going to know how they're going to play if you don't use them. And in terms of the rest of the defence, I think I said this after Watford. In terms of Stones Laporte, it's up for one of them to grab, any opportunity they get by the scruff of the neck in terms of starting next to Diaz. And, if Stones has a good game, you've got to look at Laporte and go, well, you've got someone on your back. You've got to work towards getting that shirt. So, what a better way than getting a clean sheet, hopefully. But moving on into midfield, club captain Fernandinho. He got minutes against Villa. So I think he just starts this one because there's no Rodri, unless he plays Lavia, who is in the squad, but I doubt it. I doubt he'll start the game. Kevin De Bruyne also in midfield. He's definitely playing. He definitely starts. We know that one. And then we've gone for James Mcatee. Now, Mcatee with a little cameo, I believe, against Everton off the bench for 5 or so minutes. He looked good. He looked very good. He's another one of these David Silva regens, as people like to call him, where we've got loads of left-footed tens who just played in a similar mould to him. No Bernardo Silva, and with Foden playing higher up, I think give him a game again. There's no reason not to. There's no excuse. He's not really going to get a look in with us being out of the Carabao Cup. FA Cup doesn't start till the turn of the new year. So you've got to look and say he's got to get games somewhere. So Luke, what do you make of the midfield three?
Oh yeah, honestly, I love it. I mean, that midfield three, when I look at it, it just obviously he at the same level as David Silva, but it's like rewinding back to 2017-18 and seeing that incredible midfield three of De Bruyne, Mcatee, well, not Mcatee, sorry, bloody hell, De Bruyne, Silva, and Dino. Like, it's just, I know, look, again, Mcatee's got a number of years to go before he reaches that level of ability, but the fact that he's already, that's this highly rated by Pep already at 18, not far 19, is incredible. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how he plays, especially with Foden and Palmer as well in the team. It's gonna be for us fans as well. Like, it's so nice to see these kind of players get opportunities because it gives us hope for the future that these players can come in and replace, like sort of Sterling, Foden. Well, not Foden, we'll be here for a while, but Sterling, Mahrez, and De Bruyne over time. So it's great to see this level. And look, also for De Bruyne, as you know, as a fan of most City fans, all City fans are of De Bruyne. I'm happy he's back from COVID. I'm happy he's doing okay. He's a real tough season, I think, with injuries and also setbacks. I hope this is the start of his season where he can kick on, get some assists and goals, and get himself back up there with the likes of like Bernardo and Salah's levels right now. I think he definitely can be. There's definitely a game for him to sort of find his form again, but also to see how Mcatee does it alongside him.
Yeah, no, look, I think this is, again, it's a recurring theme. Perfect game for him. There's everything going their way going into this game, and I think we should just move on to the front three because it is Foden, Grealish, and Palmer. Now, Palmer is a more senior player compared to Mcatee and Egan Riley because he's actually played Champions League football this season. Pretty sure he got off the bench last season. He's started a league game this season. He's absolutely incredible. I don't think he's going to be at Foden's level, but not many will be. I do still think he's going to be at a very, very high level. I think at the moment, who knows how good he could be. I've put him on the right. Now, this front three could line up in any way, shape or form, and I think it will throughout the game. I think it will, chop and change. I think it will be very, very fluid. And I think with Grealish and Foden, it's the same case as De Bruyne. They've had more minutes than he has recently, but they still need more because they've had injury setbacks and they missed a couple of games. So I think, again, give them sort of 50, 60 minutes in this game to, get more minutes. And then you've got options off the bench. You still have, Sterling still travelling, It's a shame that we don't have someone like a Ferran Torres, unfortunately, because you'd imagine that he'd get some minutes here. But, it does give an opportunity to someone like Mcatee to come into this. And, if he plays well, then you're going to think about, him being on the bench for future games, So what do you make of the front three?
Yeah, exactly. I was really happy with Grealish at Watford. He probably should have scored two or three, but the main thing was that he was getting in those positions and working hard, and that's what we want to see from him. We want to see him because we all know how brilliant he is. He can actually reach a world class level at some point in the next two or 3 years. I think he is getting that level anyway. So the fact that he's finally getting involved in it, and finally getting his levels up is what we want to see. Foden, look, he wasn't a mercurial best, but that was his first start, I think, back for City, since his injury, and he got an assist as well for a great cross to Sterling. It's always good to see both of them, and also good to see De Bruyne back as well. It's good to see them three back in our team again. I would definitely need them for his upcoming number of fixtures over Christmas, especially going into winter as well. So this is definitely a good time to get them back in. And Palmer, yeah, I love Palmer. He's growing into one of my top 5 favourite players at the moment because he's so confident, so eager to play, eager to win the ball back, eager to score some goals. He's just want to play. He must have phoned at 18, 19, just coming into the team because the back will get a call up. It's exciting. It's exciting to see all Mcatee, Palmer, Bruyne. It's exciting to see all these players get their game time, and I'm really excited for tomorrow. Not as obviously as a game itself to win or anything, but just to see them play in a top level competition like Champions League. I think the front three, especially, is the right front three for the moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, the future's exciting. I mean, if you look at this time last year, Mcatee doesn't get anywhere near this team. CJ Riley doesn't get anywhere near this team. I think Palmer's the only one who has a look in. And I mean, now look at the squad. We'll have Wilson Esbrand and Lavia on the bench as well. They're travelling. So the future is very, very exciting for this team. But I think now we get onto score predictions. Now, obviously, very hard to predict a game like this where you don't know how City are going to approach it. You know how Leipzig are probably going to approach it. They want to get as much out of this game as possible because they can secure that Europa League position for them, which they're in at the moment, but a win would secure it for them. So, Luke, how do you see this game going? What's your score prediction?
Oh, yeah, because Leipzig, I've watched them a little bit because actually one of my favourite German teams from Dortmund, so I do actually tend to watch them when I can, but I like Nkunku. He's always a player that, I mean, especially against us, hat-trick against us in the first game. But I'm excited to see how it goes with with him. Well, not to say him, but it'd be interesting to see how they play against us. Who they line up with. So it'd be interesting. But I think we'll win. I think it'll be like a more. I think we'll probably see a goal because I'll probably try and get a win out of this or try and get a draw possible. So I think I'm going to go 3-1. I think Ikuku will probably score, but I think it'll be like so Grealish will probably get a goal. Foden, I reckon Mcatee will score his first Champions League goal. Taking it first, 3-1.
Big. I hope he does score his first Champions League goal because I want to see Mcatee in this lineup more because he just looks so good whenever I've seen him. I used to watch the EDS games last year and it's just the amount of talent we have is incredible, but the squad that we have in general is just incredible, so they don't tend to get anywhere near. But I do agree with you. I don't see us keeping a clean sheet, not because I don't trust our defence, but because I think Nkunku has about 7 Champions League goals at the moment. He's absolutely on fire in this competition. Loads of special cards on FIFA. So I'm going to go with a 2-1. I don't think we'll necessarily dominate like we did last time. Famous last words. I know it was a 6-3 game, which was absolutely mental, but I do agree with you. I think Nkunku might get one. I think Leipzig as a whole will get one. I just think, with the defence being as it is, it's not bad, but I mean, how do you stop a team that scored 13 goals in 5 games? Pretty difficult when you don't have your first choice defence. But anyway, that's our score predictions. That's our team predictions. Let us know in the comments whether you agree with them. Who do you think will play? What score do you reckon it will be at full time? Of course, we reiterate the fact that the game means nothing. The City with Wolves coming up. We're going to focus on that one a little bit more. Remember, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. We're getting close to 600. We'd ideally like to hit that before the new year. That'd be massive. Massively appreciated how we've come so far. I think we're on 560 subscribers right now, which is huge considering what we're on at the start of the year. Share it around, get new people in, and we'll see you for the Leipzig review.